What makes a pitcher so successful? Well, the answer to that question is pitchers are successful is because they try to get batters out. Hi, my name is Sean Perry, and in this speech, I'm going to be demonstrating to you the different pitches a pitcher uses that they throw when they're in the game. So the first pitch is probably the most simplest one, is a fastball. But there's two different grips for it. So the first grip is a two-seamer. So what that means is you take your pointer finger and middle finger and put it on top of these two seams right here of the ball. And what's supposed to happen is when you throw it, you just let these fingers roll off the ball. And for me, I'm left-handed, so the ball is supposed to tail on your arm side. So when you throw, go like this and move that way. And if you're a righty, opposite, it'll move this way. It's supposed to. If you end up right moving with the arm. And so the second grip for a fastball is a four-seamer. So for a lefty, the natural grip is like, is for a backward C. So that would be for me. And then that ball is supposed to go straight. And so for a right-hander, he's supposed to be with the C. Boom. You just boom, throw. And it's supposed to go straight. And throw as hard as you can. And so the next pitch is a curveball. And curveball has a couple different grips too. So the way I hold my curveball, there's a couple ways I'll show you, is like this. This is basically going across the seam with my fingers, like that. But each one has the same concept when you throw it. You hold it like that. You take your middle finger and hold it with the seam like this, like your middle finger rubbing into it. Or you can throw it, I call it a knuckleball or a spike curveball. Spike knuckle curve. Put your knuckle on it, or you can put your fingernail on there. But all the same concepts, no matter what way you throw, it's like a karate chop. Like you're chopping a piece of wood. Come here, get a grip, throw, and snap that wrist right over, like that. And what's supposed to do is you got that sharp spin on it, and then zoom, right? You can just, like they say, fall off the table. It's like a little lollipop comes in, or if you throw it harder, get a sharper spin rate on it, and it zooms through the zone. And so the next pitch we got is a changeup. So for the changeup, it's kind of simple for you have to grip for it. For the first one at least. So the first one is a changeup what I call the palm ball. My hands are big, so it's going to make the ball look really small. But you're supposed to just hold like this, and just throw. Same arm action with the fastball and everything. It's just going to come out slower. But the one that a lot of good pitchers use is a circle change. So you literally put your hand in just like in a circle, and the ball's just hanging out on the side right here. And what this does is when you throw, same action like a two-seamer would have, but a lot slower, and it goes like down. So you throw it, but as you're throwing, you're what we call pronating your wrist outward with the ball as it rolls out. So when you throw, it goes outward and it just rolls off. And the ball is going to be slower and it's supposed to go down. For a righty, same difference, just opposite hand, opposite movement. And then it goes like this, that way. Okay? And so the next couple pitches, I kind of think, in my opinion, these next two pitches are like kind of the same thing. So we got a slider and a cutter. Basically, the slider and cutter grip is almost the same. It's just like they do a little bit more different action. The slider, it's more, like I said, it slides, so it's more coming across with your arm. So you just hold it like this, middle finger on the seam, and he's coming across your body with it. And as you do it like that, you're rolling your wrist like inward with the ball. So come across your body, and boom, the ball is going to slide that way for me. I'm a lefty. Then again, opposite thing for a righty. Same action, boom, come across, slide it. But then for the cutter, probably one of the most deadliest pitches you can throw ever in a baseball game. You can master this, you're going to be really good. Is a cutter. So not as much is on the seam. Just put a little more inward on it, right there. And then you just throw it like a fastball. Except you just roll that thumb right over the top of it. So you just boom, boom. And what's supposed to happen there? It's going to look like a fastball when you're seeing it coming at you. But then the last thing, boom, cut. For me, it'll cut this way again. I keep saying, repeating. Boom, cut. And so opposite for a righty, cut the other way. That's probably one of my favorite pitches to throw in baseball. And so for the last, I got two more pitches. Next pitch is a knuckleball. Now for a knuckleball, this pitch is very difficult to throw, but if you do have success with it, good for you. But all you literally is pretty simple. Some people do 3 fingers on the seams. Some people do it off the seams, but for preference, I would say do it on the seams. You can either do 3 fingers, you can do 2, you can do all fingers, whatever you feel comfortable with holding it. And you want to throw it, just flick it. Flick your fingers off the ball. Boom. And the best knuckleball to throw is when it's like the ball's just like this, coming at you. Or it's like very small rotation. Because what it looks like, when it's coming at you from a perspective of a hitter, it looks like it's doing this. And it trips every hitter out. And it's so hard to hit. Especially the slower it is, the higher it floats up there. Can't touch it. Catchers even have a hard time trying to catch it. You know? And so for the last pitch we'll talk about is a sinker. This pitch is like very difficult to throw. It's hard to get. It's hard because a lot of people have like smaller hands, so they won't be able to do this. It's like for them to be like here, it'll just slip out. Even for me, it's hard to grip sometimes because it's hard to have that grip through right here through your fingers. Please take your pointer finger and middle finger, spread them across the ball, and then come through, snap down. I would try to stay more on top with this pitch. You don't want to slip high. So I'll put higher on the ball and just snap down with your wrist. Then what I'm supposed to do is probably have a little bit of rotation going this way and just cut down, dart down. And so to end this speech, you have now learned how to throw different pitches that will be used in a game. And it's good to know is that not every pitcher uses all these pitches in their sequence. Like for me personally, all I have is a fastball, cutter, and changeup. And I am trying to work on these other pitches just in case my other pitches aren't working. And I can go to those to use in my game to make me be a more successful pitcher. But all these pitchers have at least tried these pitches at least once in their career, and they just go with whatever works. And that's how they're in the big leagues now and doing amazing things. And that's what I want to end on. Thank you.